going on, peoples? Let me tap everybody in. Super Sundays, baby. Super Sundays. Live from the Shady Grove. You already know. Let me get these, let me get everybody tapped in. Let me get the peoples on board. Get all the peoples on board. Give me a minute, guys. Whoever tapped in, just work with me. Trying to get everybody on board. No excuses. Yeah, let me get the main players in that ask all the questions. I like them question guys. Make me work. Make me work, people. David Rosario in the building. My brother Jeff Gerson in the building. Jeff, I was rooting for you, man. I don't know how the hell you ain't at least scored them last 2 times. But it is what it is. That's why it's called gambling. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, let me let more people join in before I start talking about sports. A lovely Super Sunday. Raul in the building, 9-time winner on the giveaways. 8-time winner round 1. He got more wins than anybody, but doesn't have a championship yet. And he's working on that this year. I see you, Raul. Or maybe, let me say it correct. Ooh, you got to ask some questions, man. I haven't put no questions up. Talk about our Yankees choking. How about that? Yeah, let everybody tap in. I'm going to start giving a couple of subjects. Just chilling, Raul. Just doing what I need to do, man. Getting these bills paid, man. No more loans. I got better by doing no more loans. Yeah, loans put you in the hole, man. I'm tired of bailing people out and I got to chase them down to get my money back. So no more loans. Yeah, let me see what else we got here. Yeah, Yankees struggling. Benny Bilardo, one of the most active individuals on my Ask Me Whatever. Salute to Benny Bilardo. I'm waiting on my t-shirt too, by the way. I need that picture, though, if I can post you up. Yeah, let me just let people come in slowly, man. Loco in the building as always. Yeah, we got our regulars coming in, man. That's real good, man. Okay, let me just tap on one subject while people are coming on. Miss Jess in the building as always. Salute to Miss Jess. Okay, let me just go over yesterday. Alexandra Usyk bested Anthony Joshua by split decision in a real good fight that I felt could have went either way. This was fight 2. Yo, Usyk beat him fight 1, then he came and beat him fight 2. What's up, Raymond Gates in the building? Dog catcher. Split decision 115-113 Joshua, 115-113 Usyk, and 116-112 Usyk. And now Usyk is 20-0. Joshua, let me see what Joshua's at. If I'm correct, Joshua's I think is 24-2. If I'm correct, now might be 24-3, losing twice to Usyk. And total punches, Usyk had 170, Joshua's 124, so he worked more than Joshua. Jabs landed, Usyk 39, Joshua's 23. Power punches, Usyk 131. And Joshua's 101. But if you watch the fight, it looked like it could have went either way. It could have went either way. I thought they were going to give it to Joshua. I just thought he did more at the end. He looked better at the end. He could have easily won the fight. Nobody would have been able to say anything. But when you look at the stats, it showed that Usyk did more. So I guess the right person won last night. A great fight between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Great fight. Okay, what else we got here, guys? Yeah, Usman got dropped, man. That's true story, Bernardo. Now, I didn't see that. I was trying to get the replay late last night. I wasn't able to get it because at least if I watched the replay, I would have had enough to talk about it. So maybe you can educate me on what happened. I know he got dropped in the 5th round. Now, was he up or was he down when he got dropped? That's the question. MG in the building. I see you, baby. We got MG in the building, the Green Eye Bandit. And let me see what else. Okay, let me give y'all more information before I ask y'all for questions. Hold up. The kid Oswald, man, he is real. Okay, I hear you, Raul. I hear you, but let me get this out real quick. Let me talk about the Bronx Bombers. We 4-18 in our last 8 games, including today's win, which was a real good one. We had to salvage the series at least with 1 win, just like we did against the Rays. Benintendi hit their 2-run shot to clear us for the win today, which was very, so necessary. And the only thing I got to say is that we are playing horrible. I don't know if it's Boone not guiding us correctly, if the whole team just seems like they just out of sync. But you know what? You could put all that in one bag. And we're just playing bad baseball. Like I said, I'm a true Yankee fan, but I keep it raw. Ain't no excuses. I don't care we ain't got John Carlos. I don't care we ain't got Sevy. I ain't care that we don't got Chad Green. I don't care we ain't got King. Bottom line, we have enough soldiers to push this thing going, and we're not doing it. And if Boone continues to lose series like we did when we won series in the early part of the year, he's going to get canned before I even predict. Because I predicted they don't make the playoffs, like if they lose the division or if they lose in the first round, definitely can. Definitely. But they might can him before that if he keeps losing these series. Okay, Benny, yeah, I touched up on that about 2 weeks ago. LeBron getting that 2-year deal to stay in L.A. Yeah, I touched that up already, though. Louis Campos in the building. Okay, you can start asking me questions if you want. I got a lot of more. Matter of fact, let me get one more story out before we ask the question. The Chicago Bears got better today. Signing linebacker, not signing but linebacker Roquan Smith. What Roquan Smith is going to do is play out his last year. Now, a lot of people are going to think this is a mistake because he wants the bag. They're not giving him the bag. If he plays out this last year of his rookie contract and let's say blows out a knee, he lost every opportunity to get the bag. Now, this is why it's a huge mistake. It all favors the Bears because the Bears, if he blows his knee out, they don't got to pay him. If he plays, they're a better team defensively. Roquan Smith out of Georgia, real stud linebacker. I think he should have just been patient, even if he sat out for the year. You don't play with your future, little dog. That rookie contract is not going to pay you out. You ain't straight for the rest of your life, is what I'm trying to say with that rookie contract. With the contract that's going to make you straight for the rest of your life, it's the one that you're trying to get right now. The one that you're trying to get right now. And if you forfeit that due to injury, dog, I can't say how stupid you are. I understand you want to play. I understand you want to show your teammates you the truth. I understand that you're on the sideline and it's killing you. But you do not play with your money that's going to take care of you and your family. What else we got, guys? Benny got the Bears making the playoffs. I don't know. I'm still going to say they're a year away, Benny. Lost a lot of pieces, wide receivers, lost linebackers. Y'all not really that good from the gate, or they not really that good from the gate. I'm going to say no playoffs for the Bears. That's my prediction. What else we got? Yuri in the building. If I don't shout you out, my bad. I'm looking. My little sister Annie, I love you, baby. You already know what it is. Okay, let's go. I like the earliness. I like that y'all popping up early. Okay, Loco said he was surprised to see Boone aggravated. There's no leader in that team. That's the problem. Well, we're trying to make Aaron Judge the captain, but how are we going to make a guy the captain that might leave next year? 1. And 2, he's not a guy that really likes to voice his opinion like that. But I think he fits the captain role by leading by example. He's a baller, a nice guy, kind of says all the right things. But a leader's not for everybody. And as much as I want Aaron Judge to be the leader, it's not for everybody. And I don't know who else we can put in that leader role unless we decide to put a pitcher in Garrett Cole. Because Garrett Cole definitely voices his opinion at all times. As you've seen, Garrett Cole was the first guy that came out today when Aaron Judge got hit. Look at the video. Cole's the first one charging. So, that's the kind of guy you want to be your leader. And he's getting that fucking bag. So if it ain't going to be Judge, who I think should be the leader, it's got to be Cole. Rizzo just got with us. Rizzo's definitely a great candidate, Raul. But he just been playing with us, 2 years? Cole's been there about 3-4 years, maybe 3 years. He's been there a year before Rizzo. That's what I'm trying to say. I'd rather go Cole because he's been there a little longer. What else we got? Okay, Benny Bellotto said that Alcantara had a 6-run rough outing against the Dodgers today, roughest outing of the season. This is the thing about the Dodgers I'm telling you about. They had their worst pitcher on the mound today and beat Marlins' best pitcher, who might be running for Cy Young Award, and they just put him out of misery. Like, Dodgers are that good, minus 2 of their pitches. But I'm going to talk about one guy they got back. Just give me a minute and I'll get right to that. What else we got? Jorge Santiago, what's up? Mr. Stephen A. Smith fan. You know I want your boy. And I'm dead ass about that. I swear to my dead mother I want your boy. What's up, George? What you got for us? I ain't got no beef with you. That's your man. I'm not going to hate on that. But you participate with me, so it's all gravy. But what you got? Jeff Gerson in the building. Who has the highest average minimum 45 plate appearances for? That's Albert Pujols, man. Yo, Jeff, I got to give major credit to the guy they call the Machine. And he's backing that up right now, being 42 years old, hitting like a machine. You asked me earlier, would he exceed 700 home runs? I say, barring injury, he should get about 703, 705 at the pace he's going right now. Pujols is steaming. Now, we know he ain't going to steam like that all year. We know how that go. You go up and down. But if he gets his at-bats, he should get 7 and change. B4 in the building. He should get 7 and change, clear A-Rod, clear the 700, and then I think he should just flow off into the sunset after the year. Whether they win a chip, they lose a chip, they lose in the playoffs, or lose in the first round, I would hate to see the Machine come back for another year because he's hitting so good. And I play mind games with him where he think, you know what, I could play another year. No. Leave off on top of your game into the sunset, just like David Ortiz did. What else we got? Keep it bringing, guys. Raul said he'll get near, but he doesn't think. Raul, he got 43 games to get what? 8, 7 home runs, 6 home runs? If he gets the at-bats, he'll get them. The problem is he going to get enough at-bats? What else we got? Okay, no question. I'm going to talk about another topic while we get more questions. The Los Angeles Rams lost their top draft pick, Logan Bross, to an ending injury, tearing his ACL and his MCL on Friday night. The Rams lost their top pick, Logan Bross, for the whole season. ACL and MCL. That's why I hate preseason. I'm telling y'all, man, I can't stand preseason. What else we got, guys? Mark Conner delivered a home run ball. Phillies in the ninth today to shut them down. Okay, guys, I'm not taking in no live calls, no live up interviews, so don't try to get in. I appreciate you guys, but this is a show I do on my own. If you want to get on live, you got to call me during the week, and I'll try to make that happen. Well, Connor's been a professional, Benny, with the New York Mets, like a lot of other guys. I'm surprised that the kid, the third baseman, Eduardo, ain't stepping up, because you got Marte playing big ball over there. And that kid, he used to hit a lot of doubles for Minnesota, a lot of doubles for Arizona. Switch hitting kid, he's just not doing nothing. If you get that guy to do something, the Mets could go even further, because that guy got stick. He just ain't sticking this year. Artie Nieves in the building, 950 in the building. What up, baby? All right, let me see what else we got. Oh, hey, you funny. I appreciate that. He said he only watches Stephen A. Smith because he likes to look at Marley. I appreciate you, bro. That was funny. Yeah, Eduardo, man, that's Jorge. If y'all could get Eduardo to do anything like he did in Minnesota and with Arizona, I love that guy. He's such a great veteran player, switch hitter, but for some reason he left this game in Arizona, even before that injury. Let me see what else we got. Oh, that's a great question, Benny. The only thing about O'Neal number getting retired that I'll probably be against, and it's not his fault, is I don't think he played long enough with us. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not from the minor leagues all the way up, like the Posadas, the Pettits, the Riveras, the Jeters. If I'm right, every number we ever retired, it might be a couple guys that got retired that wasn't in the farm system, but it's usually a guy that came from the bottom all the way up. Usually. Not everybody. Because as you see, there's still a few guys out there that did damage for the Yankees that they didn't retire their numbers. But I wouldn't be mad if they did. I would be more surprised because he's not a farm system guy. If you remember, he started off with the Cincinnati Reds, but he was a hell of a player for us. I remember the day when George Steinbrenner had an interview and he named him the Warrior. I remember that was the first time that name was ever utilized. George Steinbrenner said he is our warrior, and that's what I call him, the Warrior. What else we got? National League being Dodgers and the Mets focus on each other. Overlook. Yeah, great point, Jeff. I'm not sleeping on the Redbirds. Jeff said that everybody's basically paying mind to the Dodgers and Mets, and everybody's sleeping on the Redbirds, more or less. Well, I'm not sleeping on the Redbirds. The only thing about the Redbirds, Jeff, that I continue to tell you is they don't have pitchers that can go out there and just shut one of these good playoff teams out. I mean, you might get one performance by one of the guys. Maybe Montgomery goes 6 innings, 1 run, Quintana, or maybe even Adam Wainwright. And then you got John Flaherty back. You don't know what you're getting from Flaherty, but y'all don't have that marquee guy. Like, the Garrett Coles of the world, the DeGroms, the Scherzer, the Verlanders, and now the Castillo. If you had one of those guys, Jeff, and I know you think Flaherty is that guy, but I don't think he is, it's going to be hard to outslug anybody in the playoffs because these teams can hit and pitch, especially the Dodgers. The Dodgers lost 2 good pitchers, and Walker Buehler not being back, and, of course, Bauer with the 2-year suspension. But, I mean, they still got Urias, you know what I mean? They just got Big Red. Big Red just came back. Dustin May. And you don't know what you're getting out of him. Okay, just like Flaherty. So that I can't really throw him in there. But, Goslings, the Andersons of the world. So you're going to have to get these guys to step up like they're doing right now. And I don't think that the Cardinals can pitch as good as they're pitching right now come playoff time. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. What else you got? Yeah, and the Braves. You can't even forget the Braves. Exactly. You can't even forget the Braves. Judge goes. Okay, Benny said, if and when Aaron Judge goes to San Francisco Giants, do the Yankees replace him with Randy Rosarina, O'Neill Cruz, Fernando Tatis, or Ohtani? Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. The only way Judge is going to San Francisco, if they're the only team that gives them 500 M's. Anybody matches it or come close, he almost has to be stupid to make that move. And I'm going to tell you why, like I told you in my last show, the dimensions are too long over there. A lot of those home runs that Aaron Judge got taking nothing away from the guy's power, But if you look at them right field porch home runs that barely went over, I mean, I can name you about 10 home runs here at the stadium that would at max one row into the home run. Just one row, barely clear. Those are a can of corn in San Francisco. I'm telling you. Especially in Death Valley, where they got that right center that he goes a lot to. Those are can of corn because he's hitting them deep in the air. He's not hitting them like John Carlos line drive. See, John Carlos wouldn't be home runs in Yankee stadiums. There'll be gappers. Judge got a lot of height to his hits. So those would be a can of corn. And if he monitors that, the only way he's leaving if they give him 500 M's and nobody matches it. But if anybody go 480, 450, why would he mess with what he got right now, the easiest park to hit at in Yankee Stadium? Why would you mess with that? And not only that, you homegrown. So the Yankees going to have to give him 500 M's if they want to keep him, and I hope they do. That should be our first and only priority at the end of the season. Real spill. What do we got? Cardinals don't have pitching. Yankees don't have pitching either. You're right. Frankie Montas, to me, could have changed everything in our rotation. If Frankie Montas would have been with Luis Castillo's right now for the Mariners, you got Cole, Sevy come back, Montas, and then you got the left-hander, Nasty Cortez. Now you got something. But Montas being so underachieving. I mean, I am so disappointed at the way this guy's pitching. I know my man Humpty loved him for years, made me a believer of Montas. I seen a couple of Montas games with Oakland. He keeps his earned run average low. But I'm telling you right now, dog, he's stinking up the joint. And my man Gerson, Sportsbook Jeff, called it. He also said he had arm issues. I don't think it's arm issues. I just think he's stinking up the joint. And he better get his shit together because he's going to work himself right out the fucking rotation. Because Hamon pitching better than him right now. Hamon is pitching better than him. What else we got? Okay, you're right, Jeff. They never made the playoffs. But these guys are really dominated. I mean, when you say Anderson, if I'm correct, what is he, 13-2? Gosselin's about 14-1. You get that lineup over there, that blue lineup. All they got to do is go 5 innings, Jeff, 5-6 innings with that lineup. Now, if let's say you had a Mets lineup with Gosselin and, Anderson, then I can see what you're saying because the Mets don't have pop all the way through their lineup like the Redbirds and like the Dodgers. But when you got Mookie Betts, you got Muncy, you got Freeman, you got both Turners. I mean, it just continues to go. You got Lux, you got Will Smith, you got Bellinger hitting knife for Jesus, for crying out loud. A guy that won MVP a couple of years ago hitting knife. I don't care if he's hitting 200. George is going to put up right now, he's hitting 200 or less. That guy can stick when it matters, dog. You got him batting knife. That guy's the best knife hitter I ever seen in my life. As far as being a threat. Not numbers, being a threat. I think the Mets might be the only team that could bring them down because when you got Scherzer and DeGrom, they'll shut any lineup down. And if you got them 2 times each, that might be the medicine to put the Dodgers to sleep and heal them up. That's just my opinion. What else we got? Judge now worth 500, worth 480 in any park. Hump. All right. So what are you saying, Hump? What would you give Judge? Because somebody's coming 500. In case you don't know, I thought Mike Trout would be the first ever to get 500, but it looks like Judge is going to get that. And a team like Frisco, who lost the Chris Bryant sweepstake, they need somebody like Judge out there, bro. I mean, Belt is getting old, or is old. Crawford is old. Longoria is old. Buster Posey retired. And then they got some young guys in and out there, Yastrzemski and some other guy they got there that's pretty young. Teddy, if you watching, you can't call me while I'm doing my show, Teddy. You cannot call me when I'm doing my show. Call me after the show and we'll talk. Slam Boogie in the building. I see you, Slam. Adolf Hitler in the building. Let me shout out everybody that's trying to get okay, Jeff said average pitchers. Jeff, they average pitchers, but they dominate in pitches this year. I get you. Before this year, Gosselin and Anderson would average pitchers. But how can you say average pitchers when they earn run average is 3 or less? I'm not even talking about the Dodgers winning games, outscoring teams. These guys earn run average is 3 or less, so they're not average pitchers no more. They studs this year. This year they studs. What else we got? Benny Bellotto, you're the only guy that's worrying about Robinson Cano. I gave up on Cano as soon as he left the Yankees. He proved to me he was a piece of shit. He could have had a Hall of Fame career with the Yankees. Little Yankee ballpark. He was swinging well. He had everything going for him. He let Jay-Z go in his ear, and he decided to take the bag instead of getting the bag with the Yankees, maybe a little less, and it has some championships, more All-Star appearances, because Yankees always put out a solid lineup, unlike Seattle, who pitched around them because there was no other hitters over there. What else we got? All right, Humpty, so Chris Paul right now is way older than Aaron Judge, and he's making damn near $44 million a year. The point I'm trying to make, Humpty, there are stupid people like that. You should know that more than anybody. Now, if you want to say the Yankees ain't gonna give him that till he's 30 years old, Hump, I got you. But don't say nobody's gonna give him that, because you making no sense right now. The Cleveland Browns just gave Deshaun Watson $230 million guaranteed. So you're gonna tell me that Judge can't crack 500? Come on, Hump. Hump, you old school. You know that. You should be telling me this. You older than me. You should be telling me this. Somebody will give him the bag like that. Yo, I don't even want to hear Robinson Cano on my show, guys. Please do not make him a topic. Not only does he dope up, he left the Yankees and he's just trash right now. Robinson Cano's trash. Please, no more Cano. I don't want to see Cano on my shit. What else we got? Jeff Gerson. No player's worth $300 million. Gone completely out of control in any sports. People are like teachers and firemen. Well, Jeff, I got to agree with you. But like I just told Humpty right now, they paying them. Let me tell you something. There was a time when I lived in New York, I was said that I would never pay more than $1,200 for an apartment, right? They charging $3,500 for apartments right now. And you want to hear something else also? Motherfuckers is paying it. So the point I'm trying to make is this era, they throwing money around. It don't matter what you think. It's not worth it. No players are not worth it. It don't matter what you think. It's what's happening. It's what's happening. And what's happening is rent's going up and these owners are giving money away. So we got to get beyond that. They're not worth it because they paying the money, dog. They paying the money. All I got to say is 2 words. Deshaun Watson. I'm going to leave it like that. Let me see what else we got. Loco said Orioles looking good right now. Yeah, the Orioles are up 2-1, top of the 6th inning, Sunday Night Baseball, and they fighting for the last playoff spot. It would be really good to see them make the playoffs. My boy Benny Bellotto got a future on them. I hope that he gets there, because that'll mean everything for the city of Baltimore. What else we got? Jimmy Garland in the building. What up, baby? Okay, so while I'm waiting for questions, let me say something else. Los Angeles Dodgers yesterday got another pitcher back, Dustin May, a.k.a. Big Red. He was dominant for 5 innings against the Miami Marlins in his return from Tommy John surgery. First start since 2021. Now, I'm not going to put stock in this guy, because if I put stock in him, then I'm different. I'm dissing my boy Jeffrey Gerson, and I'm not putting stock on John Flaherty. But what I will say is that if Dustin May, if he looks good as he did for the rest of the season, that just made the LA Dodgers a stronger team. Because May got smoked. I mean, that guy could get it up there. Let me see what else. Whose house? The Rams' house. I see you, Jimmy Garland. I see you getting your team out there. It's all good. Humpty, I get your point, Humpty, but you seem to be not understanding. It's not what you think or what I think. I guarantee you somebody gonna give him at least $450. I don't care if he's 30 years old. They gonna give it to him. Pujols got a crazy contract when he was, 28, 32? They gonna give it to him. A team that really needs him would overpay for him. You know that, Hump. Now, if you telling me is he worth it, I would say no, not at that age. I'd rather give him 50 a pop for 5-6 years. You feel me? Maybe like $300 million for 6 years. But I could see a team really like give up that bread, because they need a guy like Judge that bad. In Frisco, oh my God, if anybody's ever fighting for a stud over there, it's Frisco, because all they guys are old already. They all old already. I get what you're saying. I'm with you, huh? I'm not saying I'm not with you, but what I'm telling you is that it don't matter what I think or you think. They're gonna pay him, dog. They're gonna pay him. Humpty said if they open up the barcode, but like they did for Barry Bonds. Yeah, they that's what I'm saying, Hump. They fiending for a guy like Barry Bonds. Well, Barry Bonds saved Frisco there for a couple years. Then they added Jeff Kent. You know, Buster Posey was young. Crawford was young. Bumgarner was young. So all that connected. So they're trying to get Judge to be like the next Bonds. And I see that. But I'm just hoping that my Yankees can somehow get him, man. We lose Judge, dog. Oh, man, I'm going to be fucked up for a long time. That's all I got to say. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, I know that. Bellotto, they won 3 out of 6 years. I know that. You know, Buster Posey and company, they did their thing. They did their thing. You know what I mean? Crawfords of the world, Bumgarners of the world, Matt Cains of the world. You ain't telling me nothing. I already know that. But what I'm saying is those are stars. Bumgarner was a star. Buster Posey was a star. Crawford still's a star, was a star. They need a guy like that. They don't have a guy like that. All them guys are old in Frisco. That's why they're a game under 500 or 2 games under 500 right now, because they ain't got no real studs. I mean, I like Webb. I like their pitcher Webb. I like Yastrzemski, even though he's not hitting. They need a guy like Judge and then build around Judge. Jeff Gerson said Flaherty first half of 2021 was Cy Young, favored under. Jeff, I expect you to be biased for your team, just like Mark Guillory is for the Rams and Dub Nation. So I expect you to give me this stuff. But you do have a real good team who's the hottest team in baseball right now, which is the Redbirds. And I can't tell you how lucky they are for these original average pitchers, Quintana and Montgomery, how good they doing. Gosselin and Anderson are not average pitchers. Not right now. Before this year they were. But when you got one guy like 13-2 and the other one's 14-1, under 3 or less, they are not average pitchers, though. Now, if you want to say throughout their career, okay, I get it. But right now, those two guys are studs. Right now, just like Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease is an average pitcher, but he's a stud right now. One of the best pitchers in the American League, Dylan Cease. What else we got? Okay, let me give y'all more news. Lloyd White in the building. What's up, big boy? I see you, big boy. Salute, brother. Always a pleasure to see you on board, man. I appreciate you. Okay, the Carolina Panthers lost rookie backup quarterback Matt Corral, sideline long term with a torn ligament in his foot. So Corral will miss the 22-23 season. I'm not gonna say it don't mean nothing, but I don't think he was gonna get no burn because you got Donald over there and you got big money over there. So it would have been a hard time for Corral to get on the field. But, you know, nobody wants to see nobody get no broken bones. But what I'm saying is, this is not going to hurt Carolina at all. They already got 2 quarterbacks fighting for one spot. And if I'm correct, Big Money won the opening day, and he will face the Cleveland Browns. What else we got? I'd rather play. Okay, George said, I'd rather pay show than judge. I don't know. I know what you're saying, George. You know, Shohei Ohtani does both. Babe Ruth shit. I just think Judge is just, even though he's going through a slump right now, he's still scary. I mean, he was at the plate today. Every time he was up, and mind you, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm just thinking he's going to hit a home run, even though he hasn't hit a home run in, 6-8 games? But I just think, dog, they're like, I don't know. I think Judge's the best player right now in baseball, man. I mean, Mike Trout was for a lot of years. I just think Judge is right now. I mean, I know Soto's a lot younger. Maybe Soto definitely could get that 500, but I think right now, teams that need a star have to just do whatever it takes to get Aaron Judge, and that's why I think our Yankees will fuck around and lose him. Because first of all, we're not going to be able to match the money other teams are willing to give him. What else we got? We got Garland. Baltimore Ravens are winning over the Cards, going for 22 in a row preseason. Good. Well, you know what? I guess the Baltimore Ravens would be the best preseason team ever. Like I told Jeff Gerson, who reminded me of that record, I said it means absolutely nothing. To be honest with you, chasing a record like that has hurted Harbaugh and company, losing starters for the whole year. You know, Dobbins and another guy they had lost, I think, for 8-9 games, playing them in preseason. So I think it's a bad thing if you ask me. And you get nothing winning the preseason. You don't even get an award for winning preseason. So it's stupid if you ask me. Okay, let me see what else I can give y'all while we waiting on some questions. Okay, let's go to the St. Louis Cardinals. Future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols with the 692 home run. I mentioned that earlier. He needs 8 more. I'm predicting that Jeff Gerson, St. Louis Cardinals Hall of Famer Pujols, is going to get about 703 if they play him. And I like what Jeff Gerson told me earlier. He said that if it's garbage time, they playing him every day because they kind of platooning him right now. But garbage time, you don't need to platoon them. You platoon like the real stars, and then you can get Pujols that at bats. All I'm saying is if they don't give him a fair shot to get to 700, I'm going to be very upset. He deserves it. You know, it's not about being greedy. You know, it's not about that. Pujols deserves it. He's a class act. And he's one of the few guys that steroids never came upon that guy's name that I know about. Might be wrong, but that I know about. The machine, what he's doing for the Cardinals this year. He slacked the last couple years, you know, playing with the Dodgers, etc. To me, he slacked big time. But what is he doing right now? It's so incredible. I'm almost just so happy for the guy. Like, I love Albert Pujols. You understand what I'm saying? I love what he means to the game. If you see how the Dominicans and all the Spanish guys during the All-Star game, they look at him, you know, like he's Ted Williams or something. Because I remember with Ted Williams in the All-Star game with a wheelchair, everybody was around him. Tony Gwynn, Cal Ripken. It was incredible for them the way they was around Ted Williams. And I kind of see the same thing with Albert, but the difference is Albert was still playing. So what this guy means to the Dominican population, the Spanish population, MLB. It's incredible. I think Pujols is one of those guys, just like Jackie Robinson and Bill Russell. I think you almost have to retire his number once he hangs up his jersey. That's just my take. Y'all feel different? Holla at me. See what else we got. Jeff Gerson said he knows Scherzer. Jeff Gerson knows a lot of people I see. He told me he had lunch with Tom Seaver before. Now I'm just joking. Let me see. What these are. Jeff Gerson, let me tell you something. I'm glad I got him on my team because his loyalty, he will fight for you for the end, dogs. And if he could hold me down like the way he holds the Cardinals down, he's going to go down as one of the best friends ever. Because let me tell you something. This guy supports the Redbirds, backs them up. There's nothing bad you can say about them. And Gerson just keeps coming at you. Like he ain't got no problem showing he's biased or whatever. And if you could provide that in my friendship, brother, God bless you, man, because you a loyal motherfucker. Let me see what else we got. Lloyd White in the building. Lloyd White, I really didn't see much of it yet. I've been just so busy to watch a series that long. I caught little clips of it. But let me tell you something. Derek Jeter, I always said what made him so great, it's not what he did on the field as far as stat-wise. He was average, above average in every category. That's another thing, though. He could run fast enough, hit good enough, defend good enough. Like, he did everything good enough or better. But, you know, the reason why Manny Ramirez hated on him, Alex Rodriguez hated on him, because they knew he wasn't a superstar. I get that. But what made Derek Jeter to me a superstar is the fact that he's a leader of men, a true captain. And everybody went to Jeter when they needed answers, and Jeter delivered. That's what makes him great to me. That's why we won 4 out of 5 chips, because Jeter was a captain of that team, and he knew what to say, when to say it, how to say it. And if y'all don't believe me, watch that clip, or unless you follow the Yankees like I know what Jeter's worth. And he wasn't greater in playing the game. He was greater in leading men. That's what I got to say about Jeter. What else we got? Yeah, Gerson, I'm the one that just said that. I don't know if you've been listening, but I think you almost got to retire Pujols' jersey. And I'm not even talking about what he does with the kids. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. I think it's the low down syndrome kids, because I know he has one on his own. He supports that community like nobody. I mean, we don't even talk about that when we talk about Albert Pujols. You have to mention that. I mean, he's a great citizen, great ball player, great person. I mean, you have to retire number 5 in my book. That's just my book. What else we got? Benny Bellotto, I wouldn't say more he didn't retire. I mean, he didn't show up. You don't know what these people have to do. I mean, I know what you're saying. You almost got to go to that. But maybe, let me say something. Maybe he was against it. Maybe he felt like I felt. Paul O'Neill wasn't generated from the bottom. And Jeter speaks his mind. I mean, he loves Paul O'Neill. But he probably not going to support something he don't believe in. I don't support shit I don't believe in. You know what? Let me take that back. If I liked it, Paul O'Neill, I would have went just because I liked it him. Let me take that back. But I don't think Jeter thinks that it's deserved, well deserved for him to get that number retired when he played less than 10 years and he wasn't from the farm system. I could see that bothering Jeter, but I'm not going to make no excuses. I don't know why he didn't show up. He should have shown up at least because Paul is his friend. So you should have showed up at least. That's just my opinion. Let me see what else we got here. George said he wanted, George, why wouldn't he? George said he always wanted to beat Bond's record. Why wouldn't you want to be the best? I want to go after your boy Stephen A. Smith. Everybody say he the best. I want the best. Any true competitor wants the best. And that's where I got a problem with Floyd Mayweather. I don't feel like he wanted to fight the best guy available. That's just my opinion. That's why I will never say he's the best. No disrespect. I mean, he could have went down as one of the greatest. All he had to do was go after those guys that we wanted him to get, that we felt was the best fight, you know, suited and booted, and go handle your business. But he didn't. I don't care what nobody say. So I love that you're telling me that Pujols wanted Bond's record. Why wouldn't he? What else we got here? Who are the biggest sleepers in the AFC and NFC to make the playoffs that nobody's expecting? Great question, Jeff Gerson. There you go with these tough questions. Let me see. Shit. I'm going to start off with the AFC. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the Steelers. If anything, they trashing them. But you fail to realize these three quarterbacks are going to do more than what Big Ben did the last couple years. I'm not saying they better than Big Ben, but Big Ben was aged. He was slow. He couldn't move. I think these three quarterbacks would be more active and actually better overall. If you add all their statistics together, are going to overcome Big Ben, what he did. I think people are sleeping on the Steelers. I think even they'll have to go 10-7 though, and I kind of put out there 8-9, 9-9, or 9-8. If they go 10-7, I think they can make the playoffs. But that West is so tough. But I'm going to say Steelers are going to be the sleeper. I mean, there's nobody else I could really think as a sleeper, unless you want to say the Browns, since everybody slept on them, you know, with no Deshaun. But the only way that's going to happen, they're going to have to get Jimmy G, because Jacoby Brissett is not bringing the Browns to the playoffs. What else we got? Okay, the NFC, Jeff, let me answer your NFC question. Let me see who that they're not really talking about that much. I go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles will be the surprise playoff team. I think Jalen Hurts gets that team going this year. I think it's Hurts' year to show that he's the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts and the Eagles surprising NFC team, because NFC is also loaded. Every time I hear NFC, you don't hear the Eagles. So I'm going to say the Eagles are the surprising team. Bilardo got the Titans and the Giants. Okay, I feel you. 8. What else we got? See, the Vikings, I hear the Vikings. I'm hearing the Vikings are a playoff team. Or if not, I would have went with Kirk Cousins myself. They could get to the playoffs. The thing is, they can't win a playoff game. Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Tony Romo, you already know. You can put Derek Carr's name in there. But I think Derek Carr does it this year. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. You want to talk about surprisements, I'm starting to believe the Raiders, man. And it's not because I might have to take up on them on the venue. I think the Raiders are good, man. I mean, look at their backups. Look what McDaniel's doing with the backups. What do you think he's going to do with the fucking starting team? I think the Raiders are ready to go. I'm going to explain to you why. Not only are they fucking loaded, McDaniel has a chip on his shoulder. He did not do as good when he coached the Denver Broncos. Matter of fact, he relapsed. He had to go back with the Patriots. Did another 4 years with Belichick. I think he is ready to zoom. Same thing with Derek Carr. I mean, Derek Carr last year showed a little glimpse. I think Derek Carr jumps out of that choke mode this year. I'm not sold 100%, but I'm ready to put a little bit of stock with the team he got. All he got to do is get time and wing it. And if he could get time and wing it, I think Carr goes to that next level. McDaniel's ready to go. The team is loaded. Vegas is hungry. I think the Raiders are going to make a lot of noise. So if you want to talk about sleeper, the Raiders are going to make noise. What else we got? Humpty had to disagree on Clemente, but would tell you that Pujols has done more with his money than anybody I know. Well, if Humpty said Clemente should have his number retire, I didn't see it. I don't have an issue with that. Roberto Clemente meant everything for the Puerto Ricans in PR. But Pujols, my man, just all you got to do is go back to the All-Star game. And you see, or the home run champion, all that shit. You see all these young kids, how they look at him. You could just see it in their eyes. They look at him like he's the greatest. I seen it, bro. Ain't nobody could tell me different. That they worship this guy, bro. And meaning so, because the classy person it is between giving money up, class act, never got into no bullshit problems, tore up the league for years. You know, he got a couple bad years in Anaheim, but who don't? The guy's a class act, but I got no issue retiring 21 either, Clemente. No issue. Big Sugar in the building. I see you, baby. Sugar in the building. What else we got? Jeff, Colts saying it's sleeper. I got the Colts to win the division. I got them to win the playoff game, so I don't know where you get sleeper from. They got Matty Ice over there with a line, and they also loaded with weapons. So to me, Colts ain't a sleeper. Unless you saying, to win the AFC. Okay, you know what? Now you changed it. If you would have said sleeper, like get in the playoffs, I got you. Win the AFC, now you talking to me. I like that. I don't know if they're going to do it, but I like that. What else we got? Mets at Yankees. Oh, wow. Mets are going one way, the Yankees are going the other way. My understanding, 2-game series, and we got to face Scherzer and DeGrom. In a perfect world, Yankees win both of those games, and then we get started again. In a perfect world. I'm going to just leave it like that. Loco said Broncos. I wish the Broncos get the playoffs. I got a bet with my man, Felix Jacino. He said they won't. I said they will. I think Russell the Muscle gets enough done to get the Broncos in the playoffs. I'm not saying the Raiders are a sleeper, Jorge. What I'm saying is they're going to make noise. Big difference between saying, oh, they're a sleeper, don't make the playoffs. No. I think they're going to make noise, though. I think they're going to have a good record, and they're going to bang out a few cats. That's what makes them a sleeper, just like the Colts. The Colts ain't a sleeper to me to make the playoffs. But if you're talking AFC championship game, now you're talking to me. I didn't have the Raiders championship game. I didn't have the Raiders not even winning a playoff game. But the way me sitting back watching McDaniel work these young guys in the preseason, I already know what he's going to do with the original players. Dog, McDaniel's ready to go. I've been set that. Josh, what the experience he picked up in Denver was huge. Where he started okay, then ended up bad. They was talking shit about him, went back to Belichick, picked up what he needed to pick up to sharpen his skill set. He ready to fly right now. McDaniel might be, mark this, he might be coach of the year. How you like them apples? I'm calling it right now. Okay, let me see what Humpty said. What else can you give than your life to help others in a time? Yeah, that's true, Jeff. Humpty, I don't think Jeff really knows the reason that Roberto Clemente died. I'm not saying that he's not doing his homework. I mean, a lot of people just thought he died in a plane crash, but it was to help another country with, with supplies and stuff. And it's a crime that they didn't retire this number if they didn't. You saying they didn't, so to me that's a crime. Because not only did he get busy in baseball, another stand-up guy represented little-ass Puerto Rico. I mean, you should have been done it. Even if they do it now, I'm going to be upset, but it's a crime. Roberto Clemente also has number retired, but I also want Pujols' number retired also. What else we got? Yeah, Gerson, they definitely do got to a punishing schedule, especially the home games. Especially the home games. But I think they good enough to figure it out. I might even take that 3.5 win, Jeff. Home games. They got 9 home games. I might lay that wood. I know it seems like a sucker bet. I get it. But sometimes suckers bet win, and I think this is one of them that's going to win. Unless 2 key players or if Derek Carr gets injured, then that changes everything. But barring no injuries, I think they clear that 3.5. I don't care who they play. I think they that good. I'm telling you, I've been studying them guys. Just fuck, yo, Raiders are good, man. That's all I got to say. Raiders are good. Raiders went all in last year. Okay, Jeff. So then, if you know that, I'm surprised you're not fighting for him to be his number retired. I'm very surprised of you. If you know that exactly what he died for. And great point, Humpty. I'm glad you resurfaced that information because a lot of people don't know that when he died on a plane crash, it was to bring supplies. If I'm correct, to like Nicaragua and some shit like that. Don't hold me to that. But he was bringing supplies. So basically, I'm not going to say he gave up his life to help, but he died trying to help. Let me say it correct. I love the action, guys. Y'all keeping me working, man. I love it, man. Let me see what else. No, my shit. Yeah, you know your shit, Jeff. Humpty knows this shit. I know my shit. I think you should have Clemente before Pujols. I'm being honest with you. Humpty just refreshed my memory. I feel bad that I mentioned Pujols before mentioning Clemente. So it's not about having pride. I'm going to apologize on my show right now. I should have said Clemente before I mentioned Pujols. That was a diss to my Puerto Rican nation. It really was. So I'm apologize for it. And I'm going to say Clemente should be retired first, then Pujols. I got no issues admitting that. Okay, so it was Nicaragua. Thank you, Humpty, for that information. Yeah, due to the hurricane. Okay, Jeff. You see, now you're on the same boat, Jeff, but how are you going to mention Pujols and not mention Clemente like I did was a mistake. We both made a mistake. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. You don't have to say you know your shit. Just say you were wrong like I was wrong. That's it. We were wrong. There's nothing to talk about. There's no way we mention Pujols without mentioning Clemente. That's the bottom line. Okay, Jeff, now you're talking to us. Now you're talking to us. Okay, what else we got, guys? I'm going to go to something else. Let me go to the standings real quick. We're going to start with the National League East. The Mets are 79-44. I don't know if I got today's game. If I don't hold me to it. Braves 75-44, 4 games behind the Mets. Phil 66-55, 12 games behind. Phillies are just looking to get the wild card and then get hot. We're going to the Central. Cars 68-51, Jeff Gerson's team. I don't think the Brewers catch them. Brewers are 4.5 behind. The Brewers are hoping to make the wild card. But to be honest with you, I think they hard as tooken. Not only did Lorenzo Cain didn't pan out for them this year, they lost their closer and Hader. I just think those two things, 2 key players on their team are not there no more. That might be enough not to get in. And in the West, of course, the LA Dodgers 83-36, playing the best baseball of anybody as of right now. Now, not maybe the last 20 games, maybe the Cardinals got that, but the Dodgers been the best team in baseball, period, all year. 83-36, and the Padres are 17.5 games back of the Dodgers. And the Padres better hope they get a wild card because it could get real ugly if they don't make the wild card. Let me go to the American League. Okay, let me look at this real quick. Look at Jeff correcting me. I just said don't hold me to it. Are you listening? Don't hold me to it. It's the games today. Don't hold me to it. Let me go to American League. Don't hold me to it. I'm going to say it again, so whoever corrects me, listen to this. Don't hold me to it. I just wrote these down yesterday. Yankees are 74-68. Rays 65-55. 8 games back. And the Jays are about 8 games back. So we still got a cushion with the Yankees, but we got to start winning sooner than later. And the O's are about 10.5 games out. But the O's are just trying to make the wild card. I think the Rays and Jays really think they could catch the Yankees, especially how bad the Yankees are playing right now. The Central, Cleveland, 64 and 56. This division is going to be good to the end. Twins, 62-57, a game and a half out. And the Chiefs Sox that I predicted to win the Central are 62 and 59. And I still don't think they're going to win because I didn't know how important Rondo was to this team. Rondo, ace pitcher, it's a beast. End up going with Frisco. It's really killing this team right now. But salute to Dylan Cease for having a great season. And also Lance Lynn is not having a good season. He's been injured. So there's a lot of things the Chiefs Sox are not doing correct. LaRusse is having a horrible year managing, but they're only still 2.5 games out. And in the West, the Astros 78-45, 11 games on Seattle. But we all know Seattle's just trying to make the wild card. Because with that pitching staff, with Castillo going first, wow, that's going to be very interesting because Castillo's an ace. Okay, what else we got? Jorge said, go Mets. Miss Kinston said, hello, Raul. Okay. Gerson, Dodgers play this weekend. Division, yes or no? Dodgers play in the weakest division. Okay, no. I'm going to say no because the Padres was predicted to go neck and neck with them, Jeff. So how can that be the weakest division when the Padres were predicted to go neck and neck with them? If you ask me, if you mean weakest division, like every team following them, maybe that because the Giants ain't really, doing what they're supposed to do. Padres should have a way better record. But if you ask me, your Central's the weakest division because the Brewers, especially after them two guys, what happened with Kane and what happened with Hader, bad trade with Hader, they as bad as the Padres. So if you want to get technical, both of them got bad divisions, if you want to get technical. So I would say the Central and the West got the weakest division equivalent. What else we got? Clemente only hit 240 home runs and 300 hits and 3,000 hits. He was a contact hitter, 5'2" player with a cannon of an arm. Yeah, but Humpty too. You got to understand, different eras play the game different. Clemente played today. I'm scared to tell you what kind of numbers he would have. Clemente would crush him. But not only that, another great individual, family man, and had the biggest gun in baseball. You could say Dave Parker. Some could say Ichiro. But when I see Clemente throw a ball from the warning track all the way to home plate in a World Series game, I ain't have to see nothing else, dog. That's the best arm I ever seen. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, some people might say the Cobra. Some people might say Ichiro. It's all good. What else we got? Okay, guys, anything else before I hang it up? Another great show today. Very impressed with you guys' work. We over an hour again, which is highly appreciated. But let me see what you got before I hang it up. Let me see if I missed anything. I'm strolling down, guys. If my eyes get Chinese on you, just understand that. Jeff Gerson said Clemente hit 521 home runs in a shortened career. That's good stuff right there, Jeff. What's up, Miss Tanya? I'm glad I came back. T-Pain in the building. Patriot fan. Boston Celtic fan. What's up, girl? Let me see what else we got. If I get Chinese on you, because these words are like this big. So because I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I don't want to leave nobody out. Especially on Ask Me Whatever. Now, if I leave you out on some other shit, like on some Friday shit, that is what it is. But not on Ask Me Whatever. Okay, I think I got everybody. It looks like I got everybody. You got any additional questions, let me know, guys. I built up a sweat. I'm sweating, so I know I did my job. And you guys did your job. You kept me going. Okay, I'm going through. I think I covered everything here. I'm looking at it. Okay, any new questions before I close it out? Let me see. Gerson said 521 is wrong. Okay, I just Like I said, I read it from there. Tell me what it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask you, how many exactly home runs does Clemente have? Roberto Clemente. I don't have the ability to look right now because I'm using my phone right now with you guys. Salute to Sarah for jumping in the show. Better late than never. Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero also had a gun in right field. But the Cobra was sick. Ichiro was sick. I mean, right now, Mookie Betts got an arm quiet as kept. Mookie Betts got a donga out there. But I'm still going to go Clemente. I'm going to be biased about that. Okay, Jeff Gerson said NFC, I say Tampa. NFC, I say Tampa. AFC, I say Denver. I like that you like Denver, Gerson. That's beautiful because I need him to get the playoffs, so I'm loving it. Okay, 240 home runs, what Clemente got. I want to know who the hell said 521, but you know what? It is what it is. Humpty wrote 240, so I want to know who said 521. Jessica Kinsel, the White Sox, for a team that not only lost Rondon, a team that's super underachieving, Tony La Russa having his worst year, they still in contention. They're only 2.5 games out. So if they could get hot late, they could clear that division, but I think they not. I'm gonna go Guardians or Twins win that. Gun to my head, I'm gonna say Minnesota Twins wins that division. Now, though I predicted the White Sox in the beginning of the season. What else we got? Okay, Jeff said the biggest disappointment. Oh, I'm gonna have to go Tampa. Denver got a lot to play for. Denver got a chip on his shoulder. Tampa is looking like, like you said, maybe Brady might just retire any moment. Like, no line. Receivers is hurt. He got that $314 million just waiting for him. Giselle's in his ear every day. I mean, all he got to do is pull out, and that their whole season is fucked up. Unless they get Jimmy G. And now you're talking about a playoff team. That's it. They ain't going to win no chip with Jimmy G. But I can see them make the playoffs with Jimmy G. Yeah, their team is that good. What else? What else we got, guys? That's it. We gonna hang it up. I'm scared to shut it down because like I said a couple weeks ago, I shut it down. It was like 14 questions that came on after the fact. Let me give y'all time. But meanwhile, let me just talk a little bit. My Yankees. I don't know if I experienced something like this as a Yankee fan via the conditions that we started out so great. Of course I experienced losing Yankee baseball. I remember watching the Yankees in the 80s when we had Bobby Brown and Larry Milburn and all these, Ron Davis and all these cats. Of course I experienced this. But I don't think I experienced this starting out so effing good for the first half. And then we basically just, like my plane going down theory. And I know Boone's going through that because there's nothing he can do to stop that plane from going down. But he better figure something out because, like I said, if any team gets within 5-4 games, I wouldn't be surprised if there be some furniture moving. I wouldn't be surprised if the Steinbrenners just boot them just to try to give us some kind of something. So Boone better keep that better than a 5-game lead. That's all I'm saying. Better keep that better than the 5-game lead. Let's keep it going. Okay, who plays the national title in college football? I'm just going to go off the head, Jeff. You know yourself I haven't been doing no homework. I like how you're trying to go to my weak points. I love you for that because that's what makes you better. But I'm just going to go off the head. I'm hearing a lot about the Buckeyes. I'm going to say Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm just going to come out of a limb and go Buckeyes. See what else we got here. Yeah, Humpty, we covered that about a couple weeks ago about Durant wanting Nash and that GM fired. Want me to say it like it is? I think he a bitch. He a bitch because them guys set him up to win. They did everything he wanted him to do. Everything, including Nash. Nash was the Kevin Durant idea. They do everything for you. You get Harden, they get, Kyrie Irving, all that shit. Or unless Kyrie Irving was already there, I might have mixed that up. But bottom line, they did everything Durant wanted, and this is how you thank them. I don't think they won a playoff series, right? And if they did, it was probably only one playoff series they won. And that's all you give them back for them doing everything you wanted to, and they gave you the bag. Here, bitch. Just call it like that. Ain't no other way to say it. Like my man said, he never had a father in his house. His mother was his father. So this is expected. When your mother was your father, unless my situation, my stepmother was everything, because my father was locked down. But the streets converted my ass. The streets was my father. I hate to say it, but it's true. I learned a lot in the streets. KD didn't hit the streets. That's why he a mama boy, and that's why you getting what you getting out of KD. What else we got? Oh, Gerson, I see you like, okay, you like my Buckeye pick. Great. USC is your sleeper? Okay. I hear that. Okay, what else, guys? I'm about to hang it up, man. We got an hour and a half going. Super Sunday, Al York Sports, The Raw Truth. Thanking everybody for contributing, participating. Oh, I can't wait to rewatch this. I love rewatching the shows. It's something I like to do. It's called video homework. And I love to see the questions you guys put out. I really like to watch when I get the live people, because I like to look at other people. Not myself. I like looking at other people. I like to see what they say, what they have to say, etc. Okay, guys, I'm about to lock it up and see what we got. Jeff, you tell me. I ain't even look at the schedule. I'm busy doing the NFL schedule because that's where my money's at. So you tell me the biggest upsets in college football. I'm waiting. Purdue over Penn State, and what else? I haven't even looked at the schedule because my money's all on the NFL. And I tell you, I don't really play college football to week 4, week 5, because there's no preseason, and we got to find out who's who. That's how I do. That's how I make money, because I wait. I be patient. I don't just jump in the water without touching the water. Okay, he said Utah wins over Florida. I don't know if that's a big, like a big upset. I mean, Utes a real good team. The Boilermakers, okay, I can see that. But the Utes are a good team. Okay, what else? Nebraska over Oklahoma. Okay, Cornhuskers play good early, especially at home. If that's a home game, I definitely can see that. They really good at home. They fade late, though. Nebraska always fades late. Okay, so like I was saying, Yankees better get their act together. They really better get their act together. No excuses. We've been playing horrible. I'm looking at all the Met fans looking in. We're playing horrible. Right now, the Mets are playing way better baseball than my Yankees. Yes. I got nothing to lie about. Now, can we turn it around? I think we could. I still think we're very young, though. I think we're missing key players where it'll prevent us from going deep in the playoffs. If y'all remember, I predicted no playoffs, but they started out so fucking good. I mean, they should make the playoffs as good as they started. And the reason why, like Felix Jacino said, guys are having career years. I didn't think guys would have career years. About 3-4 guys having career years, and not to mention Carpenter carried us for about a month, 2 months. And we need Carpenter back, because that little right field porch, he was having a feast in that right field porch. Okay, what else we got? Texas covered over Bama. Oh, Jeff is feeling it right now. Okay, all the way. Who's all the way, Jess? Talk to me. Who's all the way? You mean Cowboys? The White Sox? Because I know those are your team, is Jess. Who's going all the way? Okay, guys, listen. I'm going to friendly shut this off. Hour and change. I want to thank you guys for your contributions. If you add any additional questions, I will respond to them. But I'm about to go off air right now. And like I said, tune in Friday If I get any updates about any venues coming up, I will alert you guys. I will alert you guys. Okay, she said Oklahoma. Benny, thank you as always. You know I'm going to give y'all everything I got. The day I don't is the day y'all tell me on my inbox, yo, Al, you slacking. And you ain't never going to hear I'm slacking. Because that's a word I hate anyway. Dudes get killed for slacking. So you ain't going to have me slack ever. COVID, asthma, whatever. I'm going to bring in my all. Laryngitis, I can't do nothing about it. I can't speak. So if I can't speak, you're going to hear you're going to see just a mouth moving. But anything else, as long as I could talk, I'm going to rip. And I'm going to just leave it like that. Thank you guys. Every Friday, open sessions and giveaways. Tune in. And if I got any changes, I'm going to alert y'all because I might have to move the giveaways to Saturday. But like I said, I'll give y'all a heads up like I always do. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Al York Sports, the raw truth, live from Las Vegas and Shady Grove. Hold your head, peoples.